Coach, we find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Indianapolis Colts and the Denver Broncos. Two 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in Week 3. Now a first down throw. And the Broncos get there and take him down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. To throw is locked. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
First carry of the game here for Royce Freeman. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Quincy Wilson in on the stop.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Second down, Freeman. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. Looking to throw. Open man, and that's his tight end, Jake Butt. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
They get it to him running left. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. He'll get it up the middle, and he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Not only was that a terrific play, but that loss of yardage they created this close to their own goal line, that gives them a little breathing room now as they move them back.
And they're breathing fire a little bit right now, aren't they?
A lot of confidence being shown by them at this point of the game.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And this is going to be caught. No, they say it's incomplete. The Colts D sticking to their assignments, and that brings up fourth.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground, and now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
And McManus able to put it through. And the Broncos, the first to grace the scoreboard. It's 3-zip. So a pretty good opening drive. That'll make the home fans somewhat happy. They wanted 6, but they got 3 in the early lead.
And they should be happy. The guys look good getting down the field. And that's got to give them a little bit of hope that good things are in store here today for them.
Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down. On first down, Locke. Throw left side complete. It's Doyle. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. Luck now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. Throwing again is Luck. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Ryan Grant, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Colts are going to take a first-quarter lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go. Look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Vinatieri connecting on the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Vinatieri out there to kick this one away. And to no one's surprise here in Denver, that'll carry through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
He's going to launch this thing way down into a double team, and it's intercepted. Quincy Wilson with the INT. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
After the interception, it's Love. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run it and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Lock on 3rd down. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And he's got it all the way down to the 12-yard line. 23 yards on the play.
I know I spent a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
Luck now already over 100 yards passing in just this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to find some room as they get him down after a good run. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
Back with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Colts in possession of the football to begin quarter number 2. They're looking at a 2nd and short yardage to start things out. A shotgun snap for Luck. That will be wrapped up around the waist and pushed down. Brandon Marshall coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8. Throwing on 3rd down, Luck. And that is incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And Vinatieri's kick is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So they've put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points. It will give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
The Broncos offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He'll get this complete to the Notre Dame man, Equinemius St. Brown. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
He'll drop to throw. Man open, and St. Brown has got it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards there as they connect on the quick slant. They'll set up to throw. Complete out right to Jake Buck. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice 2nd down for them.
Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
On 3rd and 1, it seems natural to just turn and hand it to the biggest guy you have in the backfield. But usually, he's not the primary runner. So for the defense, they're often keying on the running back because he's the guy who gets the ball more often, and the fullback is the blocker. When he ends up carrying the football, that's a heck of a tendency breaker, and now you're just trying to jump on his back and hold on.
The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. They'll run it now out of the gun. And down inside the 40 to about the 38. 8 yards on the run there, and that leaves them with 3rd and just a couple.
That was a good run, and it got to the 2nd level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
On 3rd down, that's Freeman. And now running right through it. And he's taken down inside the 30. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Got it open there. It's Fumagalli. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It's a 6-yard loss on the play. And it'll be a 2nd and long. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back to Denver right after this. gun. They'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it. Now the confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
On third down, that's Freeman. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a fourth down. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And McManus able to put it through, and that'll bring them back within 4. So they get the field goal, but that was a 14-play drive to get 3.
It sounds like you're going negative on me.
I was.
It sounds like you're thinking the 3's just not that good.
And people say that we're negative sometimes. So.
Well, here's the deal. Getting the 3 is good. Obviously, you would think on a 14-play drive you're going to get 6 out of it. But that type of a drive can pay dividends later on because you might wear the defense down.
Let's go.
They begin the drive on the ground with Mack. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Here's Luck now on 2nd down. Trying for right, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Brandon Marshall. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
They go play action here on first down. Throw to St. Brown, complete on the left side. And they'll get this down to the 10. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. They'll give it to him up the middle. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
A 3rd field goal of the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. Now a timeout coming here defensively. As on 4th down, may as well make them punt it. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And McManus able to put it through. So we come to halftime here with the visiting Colts taking the lead to the locker room. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Vinatieri out there to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Third quarter starts with a run by Freeman. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. There to stop him was Darius Leonard. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Open man right side is St. Brown. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. The Broncos on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Detroit!
And movement by one of the Broncos up front, and in comes the flag. Now after the false start, they need 8 yards here on third down. They're going to look to throw. And he'll be brought down by the Colts.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Colts now as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the second half. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
Back to the air. Luck on second down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Doyle. Look at the big man rumble. He's at the 40. The 20. 10. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jack Doyle, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Colts are able to grow their lead. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll make this a second down. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And Sutton hauls it in over the middle. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. The Broncos on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll turn to the power game and Waller. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
And while it didn't work very well on that play, defenders on 3rd and short know it's going to be a quick read. And really, the quarterback's just going to turn around and hand it off. So that way you're able to diagnose the play and try and get to the point of attack. But when you're dealing with a fullback, it's hard to knock him backwards.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. That's caught left side by Jake Butt. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. On play action, they'll throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And a hit jarred loose. It's incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. The Broncos on 3rd down. 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. They'll run it now out of the gun. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco first down.
So that's what that elbow in my ribs was all about. You thought they were going to throw the ball as well.
Absolutely. I think everybody thought they were throwing the football. Caught him off guard.
Yeah, I'm telling you, when you have the courage to make that type of a play call.
And caught by Sanders. Touchdown Broncos. Emmanuel Sanders, his first touchdown of the new season. And now the Broncos are within a 2-point conversion of tying up the game. And now the offense is going to stay out there as the Broncos will go for 2. They try and run with Freeman. And he's not going to get there. So they come up empty on the 2-point conversion, and they are unable to tie up this football game. So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts now, their offense works their way back onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Welcome back now to Denver. It's been a good one so far, just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
We got 3, fellas. We got 3.
To throw on 2nd down is Locke. Now a hit and Locke lost the football. It's out. The Broncos say they have it. They do.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden, they heard the sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back on the field, and they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. Nursing that slim lead here in the 4th, a costly turnover. Now a handoff. It's Freeman. And stacked a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. They'll look to run with Freeman. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
This Colts D up to the challenge so far, but they need another stop here on 3rd and goal. They come out with one back and 3 tight ends. He may try and run for this. The keeper nets him only a yard, and that's going to bring up 4th.
Now, this feels like old-school football because this has turned into a good old-fashioned goal line stand. So on offense, what do you do now? Do you decide to run it or throw it if you go for it on 4th down?
And McManus able to put it through. And with that, they have taken the lead by a point here in the 4th. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punch in the end zone without turning it over.
Yeah, they drop him for a loss, but penalty markers are on the field. Let's see about the call. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. From the gun, here's Luck. And Luck will be intercepted for a 3rd time. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. He goes underneath to Freeman. And he gets it down to the 32. It's a gain of 7, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now Freeman, he's been busy today. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
It's a quarterback sneak, and he's going to get this one down to the 30. The keeper nets him only a yard, and that's going to bring up 4th.
Well, they gave it a shot, quarterback sneak. Not able to get it.
No, but if you're going to call a QB sneak on 3rd down, you draw it up to get it.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Maybe they were thinking 4-down territory.
The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. They'll try and sneak it here. And he'll burrow his way forward to pick up the 1st. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Now the pitch to Freeman. And he's got room. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Denver has a first down on the 15-yard play. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
Freeman trying to earn some more carries in this Bronco running game as they come up here 1st and 10. Freeman again, a first down carry. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard. And now a timeout taken here defensively with 2:07 remaining. So they'll also have the stop coming up at the 2-minute warning. On second down, right side. And no pitch there and no chance either as he's brought down behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Detroit! Detroit!
They'll look to throw here. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line. And that's where the return stops. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. They'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Doyle. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down. First down now, but that clock rolling. He'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Reynolds. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. And give them a gain of 37.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Back to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
12. 12.
Back to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Reynolds. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. But just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
Wrong. Wrong.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. Down to the 25. Shaquille Barrett in on the tackle. They still got 2 timeouts. Got to start using them, don't they?
You absolutely have to. You saved them for this situation, but you have to use them.
Now the timeout will be called, so they're in field goal range with 3 seconds left. So it comes down to a man who has done this many, many times before, Adam Vinatieri. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. So it comes down to a man who has done this many, many times before, Adam Vinatieri. With 3 seconds to go, this for the win. And he's not able to come through. This is no good. And that is how this game comes to a close.